A lot of the work that we end up doing is switching perspectives around doing the exact same shit that you're already doing. You're burning calories through physical activity, which means that yes, technically, you've got more room for food. But the thought pattern behind that is where people go wrong. Instead of saying, I can eat 1,000 calories because I've just burnt it, because I've earned that 1,000 calories, they instead look at, shit, I burnt 1,000 calories during that session. That's awesome. I'm gonna need to eat to fuel my body so that I have enough energy to be able to continue to move my body in this way. Everybody, what is going on? This is going to be quite an impromptu one because I'm actually meant to be having a client call right now, but they have cancelled and I had an idea for a podcast based off the previous coaching call that I had with someone. So, this may be very informal. I mean, all of them are fucking informal, but hopefully this is going to be like a quick 10-15 minute one. And of course, whenever I say that, it goes for about 38 fucking hours. So there's actually two things that I really want to get across in these things, but I think I'm going to break it up into multiple podcasts. How do I even start it? What I said to this lady, and she's absolutely amazing. 2 weeks in, absolutely fucking killing it. And the logical, tangible calories, macros behind the actual nutrition coaching, she's absolutely killing that. We are more interested, because she's a very logical person, we are more interested in the intangible shit that we are going to be running through. So, with this, how do I start it? Jesus. The line that I said was, a lot of people have the correct answer, but they don't have the correct working out. So when you've typically done programs or challenges or something like that, someone is essentially just like in school, right? Sitting next to someone, and if you're a goody-goody, just fucking indulge me for a second. If you're sitting next to someone and they have given you the answer, right? You know exactly what it's going to be for you to be able to finish this quiz. You're going to get 80%, you're going to whatever, you're going to blitz the whole fucking thing, right? You've got all the answers. You've got all the answers, fantastic. But when you're doing it by yourself, you don't have the correct working out, so you don't know how to get the same answer. And you're just like, well, I know 2 + 2 is 4. Right? It has to be 4. But then when you start throwing in things where it's like 2x + 2y = 4, then you're like, yes? I don't know. Yes? Sure, let's go with 4. And it's the incorrect answer for whatever reason. Now, I'm not a fucking math person, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know exactly what's going on with that math equation. But anywho, what I mean by people have the correct answer but they don't have the correct working out is essentially the thought pattern behind being in a calorie deficit. So if we just look at the term, like earn it to burn it, right? You're burning calories, and then as soon as you've burnt calories, you need to go earn those calories back. Or you've worked out, you've burnt those calories, therefore you have earned particular food, drink, whatever. And the biggest example of this is people on a Saturday. They go to the gym on a Saturday, do however many HIIT classes, sessions, whatever. They don't have their breakfast. They end up having a protein shake for lunch. And then they go, right, I've got like 2,000 calories or whatever that I've burnt through this workout, plus I haven't eaten whatever, I can do whatever I want this weekend. That's one of the more sort of catastrophical, damaging thought patterns that people have, because I used to have that, but we don't do that anymore. So if we look at like, you're not working out to burn calories so that you've earned your food. You're eating calories to increase the energy so you can continue to move your body the way that you want to. The answer is the exact same. You're burning calories through physical activity, which means that yes, technically, you've got more room for food. But the thought pattern behind that is where people go wrong. A lot of the work that we end up doing is switching perspectives around doing the exact same shit that you're already doing, but doing it in a healthier and more sustainable way. So that way, when you look at the phrase of earn it to burn it, or I'm burning calories, therefore I've earned this food, sure, you can do that if you want to. But the better way to be looking at that, the exact same circumstance of two people go to the gym. Person A, let's just say they both burn 1,500 calories, like they're identical twins, muscle, body fat percentage, everything is the exact fucking same, right? Both people go to the gym and they burn 1,000 calories during that workout. Person A says, fantastic, I've burned 1,000 calories, therefore I can go eat 1,000 calories. Because I've just burned those calories, therefore I can have them, so they're quote unquote free calories, I can eat whatever I want, I can fit that in. That's person A. That's the most common thought pattern that we typically see when people are coming on board for nutrition and mindset coaching or the transformation program. A lot of people have that burn it to earn it mindset, and it's a podcast that I've done in the future around this, in the future. It's a podcast that I've done in the past around the entire burn it to earn it mindset. So if you want to, pause this one, go listen to that one. I think it's a 26-minute one. It's going to be somewhere in your fucking archives. Go look for it. But actually I can probably find it here for you in a second, so that way you don't have to go scrolling through it. This is my oh god, what is it? This is my hold music. Episode 45. So if you're scrolling through on Spotify or wherever the hell you listen to your podcast, if you want to, pause this, find episode 45, which is season 3, episode 3. Burn it to earn it. Mindset is ruining your life. It's fucking catastrophic on that one, Travis. Jesus. But that's person A. Burn 1,000 calories. I can eat 1,000 calories because why the fuck not, right? I've got that to use. Person B burns 1,000 calories at the gym, and then once they've burnt 1,000 calories in that gym, instead of saying, I can eat 1,000 calories because I've just burnt it, because I've earned that 1,000 calories, they instead look at, shit, I burnt 1,000 calories during that session. That's awesome. I'm going to need to eat to fuel my body so that I have enough energy to be able to continue to move my body in this way. You know, they may not have such a fucking formal thought pattern as that. It might just be as simple as, fuck, I burned 1,000 calories. I'm going to have to eat more so that I can build and repair that muscle. That's about it. That's where I get to. Whenever I feel bad for quote unquote going over my calories or having a massive session and then having a feed after that, I don't get into, at least any more of that, it's okay, I've burnt these calories so I can do that, so I'm allowed to. That's a very slippery slope into, well, I'm just going to go do 20 minutes of cardio so I can burn 200 calories so that way I can have my 200 calorie snack at lunch. Even though if you are snacking in the first place, that is your fucking hormones telling you that you need food and energy to be able to do that. So you're just replacing one fucking terrible thing of like ignoring hunger cues and then going into, well, I better increase my hunger cue so that way when my hunger cue comes up, I'm not as hungry for my hunger cue. It is idiotic, but it is incredibly logical as to how someone would get to that solution based on what the fucking fitness industry has given to them and pumped into their brain the entire time. Oh my God. Josh, if you're watching this, so if people who don't know, Josh is our video editor who does all of our podcast stuff. Josh, if you're watching this, I want fucking 3 clips from this. This is going to be a fucking rant and a half. This is going to be a good one. So the answer is the exact same between those two people, right? They burnt 1,000 calories and they're going to eat whatever calories that they want to. One person just has that mindset of, I've burnt it, therefore I've earned it. And the second person has that mindset of, I've burnt all those calories. I need to build and repair myself back up so I can continue to do the shit that I love. And the call that I had with this lady, oh my God, people everywhere. And the call that I had with this lady just before, it was very similar of, yeah, I haven't thought about it like that. And if you know how to troubleshoot yourself and how to essentially get to the exact same answer, but think about it in a more positive and sustainable way for how are you going to make sure that you can continue to move your body and do the shit that you love and enjoy, which is a big thing of what we do with all of our fucking clients, which is how can you continue to live a life that you love and have the energy to be able to do that through nutrition, but then also not just the numerical shit of nutrition. How can you make sure that you are feeling good within yourself mentally to enable you to go and do all that shit that you want with nutrition? That's the big thing that a lot of people are missing out on because they've typically done these done for you programs. And what I mean by those done for you programs, this is the industry, right? This is the fitness industry right in this walnut that I'm about to say. In this walnut? In this walnut. God, what's the thing? In this nutshell. Jesus, what a morning it has been for me. This is what you get at 11:21 on a morning where I should be doing a client call, but I'm instead getting this fucking podcast out to you. And that's because we love you. That's because we love you. By the way, these are up on YouTube now. All of these podcasts are getting uploaded for YouTube. So if you want to see what I'm actually doing behind the microphone, feel free to. And you get to watch me cut shapes and do random shit at the gym, and the person next to you is going to be looking over while you're on the treadmill laughing and smiling like an absolute dick, and you're just going to be like, this guy's funny. The person next to you is like, what the fuck is she watching? Why is he in a blue and black camouflage hoodie. And you can be like, fucking jam it, Stephen. That's what. So anyway, yeah, these are up on YouTube now. They get released, I believe, Tennille, please tell me if I'm wrong, but they get released Tuesday, 7 a.m., I think, for the Monday podcast. It gets released at 5 a.m. on Spotify and all platforms. The audio version of it gets released first Monday at 5 a.m. And then the second podcast that we are doing a week, because now we are doing 2 per week, one from Lindsay, one from myself, and then maybe a joint one here and there. The second one gets released on Thursday at 5 p.m. because apparently that's where more people download my shit, apparently. Monday and Thursday at 5 a.m. p.m. respectively. Fun fact for you. And then the YouTube goes up a day later. So, yeah, interesting fact for you. That's what's happening with a podcast. Forgot where I was. Yes, done with you. Done for you. So a lot of people have done for you programs before. They have done for you programs before. There we go, that's what I was trying to say. So when people have done for you programs in the past, that is essentially this entire fitness industry saying to a client, how do I role play this in just audio version? Prospect. I want to lose weight because I want to be happy, but I want to outsource the thinking that goes with my nutrition and stuff. I don't want to count calories. I don't want to do this. I just want to show up, get in, get it done, and my nutrition be roughly the same. Industry, box gym, whoever the fuck. Basic industry in general. Sure, 100%, we can do that for you. Here's your meal plan, here's your workouts, here's our class schedule. Show up for that, and you'll absolutely crush it. Prospect, or client, or person. Sweet, thank you. Then they come together, the industry does exactly what it promised, and that was to get you to a particular weight or aesthetic. No questions asked, no nothing, just go off and do this, and you will achieve what you said that you wanted to. That's a done for you program, right? Because it's, I want this, cool, go off and do this so you don't have to think, and this is the answer. Essentially, it's that kid next to you that's like, hey, the answer for 3B is 27, right? So then you've got all the answers. But then when you run into that test at the start of the year next year, and you're like, shit, I don't actually know how to work these things out myself. And it's now just clicking to me where teachers are always like, you're just cheating yourself. It's like, fucking assholes. Took me, 11, 12 years to be able to finally understand what a teacher was talking about. That's just poor communication. So the difference between a done for you program of here's your meal plan, here's our classes, this is whatever, yes, we'll teach you that. That's you getting the answers, right? But almost nobody puts in the thought of how do I get that answer myself? And that's where a done with you program comes into it, our program. Whether it's the transformation program, whether it's the unfuck your diet or the unfuck your body or whatever mindset program that we can do. Mindset is the biggest thing that a lot of people are struggling with. So if you can figure out a way to stretch your budget or create a payment plan or do whatever to get into mindset, if you know that you need mindset, as opposed to, like, I've had clients in the past that are like, hey, I want to do the Unfuck Your Diet program. And I go, yep, this is how much money it is. They go, fuck, that's way more than I was thinking. What else have you got? And they go into nutrition, or they want to go into nutrition because they're like, shit, that's all I can afford. And instead of that, what I do is maybe right now, we just put this on pause for 2 months. I contact you or you contact me whenever you're ready, but we pretend, right? We pretend that we're doing the nutrition program from a budgetary standpoint. So the $250 every 4 weeks, we put that into a bank account somewhere and we say, yep, this. And then, 16 weeks down the road, which is going to be, oh my God, 4 months later, whatever it's going to be, we now have $1,000 to put in as a deposit for the nutrition mindset stuff. Yes, it is a little bit of a pain in the ass because you have to delay what you're going to be getting, but at least that way you're able to put some money up into a higher end program that you needed in the first place, as opposed to paying that $1,000 and then saying, yeah, you know what? It wasn't exactly what I needed. I needed more of the mindset stuff, but I couldn't afford that. Pretend that you're paying it, put whatever you can into the budget to save up, to say, hey, Trav, I've got $1,000, $1,500, whatever it is, to put up as the initial deposit for a mindset program so that you're repayments for that, why am I saying it like it's, so that your repayments for that, so that your payments for the rest of it, whatever payment plan we come together to figure out that's going to work, you can then do that and know that you're doing the correct program that you need by just delaying it that little bit. Instead of jumping into something because you got hyped because you saw something on Instagram, or you listened to this podcast, or you saw something on TikTok and you were like, yep, I'm in. But that's all I can afford and I want to do this. And as amazing as that is for you reaching out and putting your health first and prioritizing that, sometimes the best decision is actually you saying, you know what, yeah, I do want to do the mindset stuff, and even though it's very expensive, I'm going to go away, do my budget, save up for 3, 4, 5 months, whatever finances that you've got access to, and I'm going to come back and do this. Oddly enough, those people that save up are the clients that see the best results, because it's something that they have saved for, that they have worked for, and then as soon as they get in, they're like, yep, I'm all in. And those are the people, even though they have to delay their program, that see the best results, because they're like, holy fuck, I earned this. So, little food for thought for you. And I've had people where I've convinced them to not sign up, and to sign up like 4, 5, 6 months later to do the higher end program. Not because I want more money, it's actually probably costing me more money, because through the better program, I'm actually teaching you to not need me. But it's just going to work out better for the person, instead of giving them a program where they're going to see some results, but not all the results that they wanted. So, food for thought on that one. But with a done with you program, I'm losing my voice. With a done with you program, we are actually teaching you all the things to figure out and troubleshoot yourself, so that when we're not here, you know how to get to the answer by yourself. This lady, for example, absolutely amazing with the calories and shit. Here's your numbers, go hit them. Okay, cool. They're not perfect by any means, because no one is. The protein needs a little bit of work to get that up from, I think, 70 to 80 grams on average up to her 120 grams minimum that we're aiming for. So there's a bit of work to go there, but she is vegetarian. So, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, but there's ways around it. With this done with you program though, instead of it being led by me and saying you have to go do this stuff because we need a before and after, because you need to be, on track to be what you wanted to be, which was a number on the scales. Now we are saying, cool, the nutrition is just going to work itself out. It's always going to be what it's going to be. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. We're here to figure out, why do you feel or think particular things about yourself, or what is your belief system around either not being able to achieve something, or not doing something, or being a snacky person. Or one of the biggest things is, I'm not a breakfast person. Cool. So instead of having something as soon as you wake up, that feels shit for me as well. So what I do instead is get my day started, and I have breakfast at 8:30, 9, 10 o'clock. When I've had that, cool, I'm going to have lunch later. But having that structured meal, you figuring out, hey, that doesn't work for me, I need to do something else. Cool, what does work for you? Oh, you have breakfast at 9 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. as soon as you wake up? Cool, let's just do that. That's as easy as it can be. When it's done with you, you tell us what you want to do, and then it's 50-50 between what you need versus what you want. We give you what you need and what you want, but we're doing it in a way that is, here's everything that you want, but then also sneaking in a little bit of here's what you need. We're hiding the veggies under the mashed potato, or we're fucking blending it up and making mashed potato out of all of those potatoes and broccoli, and making fucking sunshine mash. God damn it. Oh, there's so many things that I'm just learning about my childhood that I'm like, yeah, it was actually probably a good thing. Fucking hell. Fucking therapy. It always works. God damn it. But that is one of the things that I wanted to jump on here and let you all know exactly what is going on, because you need to figure out, you have the answer for a solution. You need to, essentially, umbrella term, as much as I hate this, eat less, move more. You know that that's what you need to be doing. But how can you do that in a sustainable way that maybe your thought process for this time around in losing weight is not, oh my God, 3 weeks, for example. You're hitting your numbers, your deficit is on point, your physical activity is amazing, right? Everything is just fucking sunshine and rainbows, and your cuffs are bone dry, and it's all coming up Millhouse. If that's all amazing, and you're sticking to your deficit numbers forever, and then on the 4th week, something comes in, and, excluding menstrual cycle, because that's just a fucking given that you need to increase your calories by about, I typically increase my clients' calories by about 300 on average, or just let them do whatever the fuck they're going to do and then come back into it next week. Totally up to you as to how it affects you. But on that 4th week, something comes in. Because the first 3 weeks have been going so amazing, you've been hitting your deficit numbers, there has been no deviation from the plan whatsoever. On that 4th week, we have been not repairing enough. We have not been repairing our muscles and bodies and recovery and sleeping as well as we could have, because there's been an energy imbalance. We haven't had the exact energy that we have needed in our body, the sustenance, the nutrients, to be able to build and repair processes that are going to make us essentially fucking stay alive, right? There's not enough energy to push that, to repair and build and maintain those things, right? So then in the 4th week, you hit this blockade of, oh my God, why am I so tired? Why do I want to snack all the time? Why is this thing happening? Why am I not as strong as I used to? And sometimes people hit this, I'm just using this 4-week period as an arbitrary number. This is a very common thing of what we call a deload. And it typically happens after about 3 months, 4 months, whenever the fuck. There is no definite this is when you should deload, except for when, sorry, let me rephrase that. There is no definite timeline for after 3 months you need a deload or after 6 months you need to deload. I keep an eye on my clients' energies, mood, sleep, recovery, performance. If I keep an eye on those 5 things and 2 of them start to dip and they're being adherent to their program, hey, maybe this week let's go to a maintenance phase, drop back the intensity a little bit, focus on form and this and that, and just give you what you need to repair everything. Cool. Take that for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, until the client feels good enough to be able to get back into what they're doing. And then we slowly build up the intensity from there. We don't go back to what we were doing because we'll fucking die. So we build the intensity back up from there. That's essentially a deload in a nutshell. So from there, whatever arbitrary timeline that we're going to be throwing it at is in that 4th week, or where the week feels heavy and everything has just come to a halt or a plateau or whatever. Everything feels like shit, right? Instead of throwing in the towel there, because every time that you have hit this wall of it's too hard, it's inconvenient, I'm not sleeping, anytime that inconvenience has come, we have thrown in the towel, right? And now what we need to be doing is, okay, why do I want to throw in the towel? I want to throw in the towel because I'm not sleeping, my energy is all shitty, I'm moody like all fuck, and any other factor that is essentially, I'm not, quote unquote, living in abundance and living my best life, yes queen. We're not doing that. And God, I fucking hate myself for saying that. So we're not doing that, which is a pain in the ass. So instead of saying, I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm fuck this. I'm not going to the gym, or I'm just going to eat whatever I want. Instead of doing that, if we actually have the experience because of a done with you program, or you've at least just had the thought patterns for getting to the exact same answer, because the exact same answer for a deload or for getting out of that is, I need more nutrients. I need to recover. I need to chill the fuck out and eat something and go back to maintenance for a bit. So the answer is roughly the same. If you blow up or burn out, it's usually throw in the towel and go hard on either like a binge cycle, I'm not going to the gym, I'm not going to do this, and I'm just going to eat. The reason that we want to do that is because we don't have enough nutrients coming into what I said before to build and repair all these processes to keep us alive. So the answer is the exact same thing that I would say when you've troubleshooted for yourself. So once you've done all these things of here's why I want to have a rest or a deload or a maintenance, or I just want to have a diet break, or I just want to chill the fuck out. Okay, cool, go for it. If you want to or have the mental capacity to be able to do that, track your calories still, but let's increase it by 500 calories per day to put you roughly at your maintenance numbers. So when you go back to your maintenance numbers, you're still eating more food so that you have the ability to repair and build all these processes that are going to keep you alive and functioning as a basic fucking human being. But now you're doing it in a structured way, which is I need more nutrients, so I'm getting more nutrients, and I'm doing it in a structured way, and I'm not going to put all the weight back on that I have just previously lost. The answer is the exact same. I need more nutrients, I need to relax. But how you got to each answer, the first one was a complete blowout, and you threw in the towel and you went, fuck this. And then we just boom, overshot our calories like all hell. We went back to what we were previously doing, lifestyle-wise, behavior-wise, habits, and we just threw everything out of the window. We gain X amount of kilos back, and then we go, fuck, I'm so upset with myself, looking in the mirror, my God, I'm disappointed, how could I let myself go? And then we jump back into doing the exact same thing, build and repeat that cycle until eventually 10 years later you're 20 kilos heavier and you're wondering what the fuck is going on. I typically move well, I eat this many calories. Chances are you don't eat that many calories, but you eat that amount of calories for a small period of time, and then you identify as, I eat 1,200 calories a day, but you would not be gaining weight if you were on 1,200 calories per day unless your metabolism was that of a fucking 6-year-old, 2-year-old. Fuck, even 6-year-olds have 1,200 calories. But anyway, you get to the exact same answer. But how you work that out and build a solution around that answer that's going to fit your lifestyle so that you can sustain your results for the rest of your life, that is where you are going to need to put all of your work into, because the answer is the same. Eat less, move more. As soon as you've done that for X amount of time, it's going to be a point where you're going to burn out and feel like shit. So what do? Two solutions. Sorry, there is one answer, but there's two ways that you are going to get there. The answer for, I have been eating less and moving more, and now I feel like shit and I'm burnt out, the answer is going to be, I need more nutrients. So one of two ways that you go about that of having more nutrients is, one, you throw in the towel, you completely blow up everything that you've done, and you go on a binge cycle for however long it's going to be. You stop working out as much and you just eat whatever the fuck that it is, and then that's the first solution. The second solution is going to be, I need more nutrients. Exact same answer. But the difference in perception or perspective around, I need more nutrients so that I can build and repair everything that is going on with my body, so I can continue to live this active lifestyle that I want to, so that I can continue to lose weight and do all of these things. Notice how it's the exact same fucking answer of, I need more nutrients coming in, I need to eat more calories, I need to chill the fuck out, I need to take some time off the gym, I need to protect my mental health. The answer is the exact same, whether you throw the fucking towel in or whether you actually go about it in like a sort of diet break, reverse diet, whatever fucking phrase that we want to use to be able to, essentially, you taking care of yourself in a structured way. The answer is the exact same, but the perspective around how are you going to do that, or how did you come up with that answer for yourself, that's going to be the thing that is going to determine, quite literally, the rest of your dieting life, or the rest of your, I want to lose weight, how do I do that sustainably, career. Let's just call it that. So I hope that was informative in some way. Troubleshoot yourself. Get into the habit of saying, here are my problems, how can I come up with a solution for them? That's going to be the best thing for how can you make sure that you, when you're done with me or any other coach or Lindsay or another coach that we're going to be bringing on, or anyone that's not even us and you're just listening to us because we're fucking good at what we do. Little brag there. But troubleshoot yourself. Why do I feel like this? What is going on? What can I do about it? Instead of the emotional response, have an emotional response, but then think about, how am I going to act on that emotional response in a logical way? That's the best thing that you're going to be able to do for yourself. So then that way you can still feel something, you can still process your emotions, but then you can still do it in a structured way that allows you to feel something without going complete overboard and burning several houses down, because that would be bad. So that is it for the podcast, because I'm getting to the end and I'm trying to stick to my calendared schedule. Oh my God, I nearly just signed off like a fucking client call. Crazy. Well, that is it. I hope you're all having an amazing time, the best time in the world. Again, these are going to be up on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure when this one is going to be up, but I don't know why I would be fucking telling you that, hey, this is live now, because you'd be listening to it anyway. Oh, what a morning it has been. This is going to be up on YouTube. Make sure that you are doing that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Particularly if you're on Spotify, it would mean the absolute fucking world if you could rate us. Or even just share this along to people, because we really want to be getting into the podcast type of world. I want to be, particularly if you are watching on YouTube, this is where that's where my camera is. But this is where I need to look so that I can actually know exactly what is going on for the frame. Hopefully, when Beth and I move, I can actually get a studio going on so that we can have more people on. If you want to hear particular topics, DM me on Instagram. If you want a guest, if you want to see more joint. If you want to see anything, this podcast is for you. So make sure that you are commenting and interacting and telling us what you want to see, because again, this is just a community podcast. So if you want that, let us know and we will get it done. But otherwise, have an amazing time and we will speak to you all soon.